Because I've been doing something for the, oh, first of all, sorry. I'm Deborah Henson-Conant. This is my Electra harp. I'm really curious because I have been out playing at the subway station to promote this show, seriously. So I'm just curious if anybody here saw me there. Yay! My neighbor, Larry. Anybody else? Oh, good. That's cool. So thank you for coming. Oh, right, it's Dana, my other neighbor. And how many people here have seen a show that I've done before? Ooh, welcome, welcome. Oh, you're clumped. I love that. Okay, and how many people have never seen a show that I've done before? Oh. And you raised your hand twice, I noticed. And how many people aren't sure if they've seen a show about it? You think you did? You came, how far did you come? Rochester, New York. Has anybody else come further than that? Florida? You came for this concert? You came just for this concert. What did you come for? I don't know, you guys can duke it out later on. And how many of you were at my show in November when I did Honey, I Shrunk the Heart? Okay, all right, so what's happening here, and why these ladies are back here, who represent my mother. I know, isn't that sweet? Notice how big she is, both of her. And so what I am going to be doing tonight, aside from playing the harp, is how many of you know that I'm going to unveil a new one-woman mini musical tonight? Ah, okay, good. Well, for the rest of you, surprise, I'm unveiling a new one-woman mini musical tonight. And so this is my incubator theater, this Regent Theater. I live very close to here. And so I have chosen this theater, and this theater has chosen me to be partners in the creation of new material. So I have created a piece tonight, and you will be the first to ever see it. And I will be the first to ever perform it. And the point that I like to do is that I think it's exciting. I like to present, and I like to see Can you tell? Okay, fine, that's done. Thank you. I know, that's the universal language, isn't it? This is an incubator theater for me. That means that I will use it to hatch new pieces. And I wanted to create 2 new pieces this year, and this is the second of them. And the way that this piece happened is that I was in California, and I met these people, and I was talking to them about how I wanted to rename this instrument. It's just called the electric harp. I said, but you know, people think that means it's a harp, which it is, but then they're afraid to come see it. And so I would like to come up with a totally new name for it. And so the woman said, well, why don't you call it an Electra lyre? And I said, well, that does kind of sound like a vacuum cleaner. But, you know, I thought, oh, excuse me, I have to blow my nose. I hope you're getting this on tape, Audrey. Where was I? Oh yeah, Electra lyre. So I thought, okay, well, let's see, but what is Electra lyre? What does that mean? So I looked it up in Wikipedia. I looked up Electra. I knew what a lyre was. A lyre, actually, somebody gave me a cartoon recently. It was a harp sitting on a chair in a therapist's office, and it said, compulsive liar. And the harp was saying, no, really, I'm a banjo. So I looked up in Wikipedia Electra, and I don't know if you guys know the story of Electra, but mostly she's known for murdering her mother, which I thought was really appropriate for Mother's Day Eve. But what was fascinating to me is that's one of the first things I read, and I was like, whoa, that's really electric, that's interesting. But then I started reading more about her story, and I discovered that because of that, because of who Electra was and because of her story with her mother, that was the story, her mother was sometimes portrayed as a good mother, and sometimes her mother was portrayed as a horrible mother, and then there was the goddess Diana who sometimes, saved her and sometimes murdered her. And it was interesting because I read that, in fact, this story of Electra was the first kind of splitting off into the fairy godmother and the evil stepmother. And that was fascinating to me because I thought, whoa, they are just 2 sides of the same coin. You never see them together. So then I read more and discovered that, in fact, Freud and Jung, Freud had his Oedipus complex, and then Jung, not to be outdone, had his Electra complex. And so these were sort of the 2 sides, another 2 sides of the same coin. And so I just got very fascinated with how it was that this Electra had so many different stories, and that her mother was a good mother and also a bad mother, and what this meant to me, and how Electra would take back her story, if she could. And so I started working with a dramaturg. That's somebody who helps you build a story. Her name is Marianne Grenier. And we worked and worked on this story of Electra and her mother. And that is what I'm going to present to you tonight, Electra's Lyre. And another reason that I wanted to present it in this kind of a show is that I think that it's really fascinating, or I like to see, a new piece together with old pieces. Something that's never been seen before, this piece, Electra's Lyre, which is 5 different movements all put together with pieces that I've performed many, many, many times before. And it's not so that you'll say, oh, well, I like the old stuff better, or oh, well, I like the new stuff better, but to get the experience of what it is that happens that's marvelous in something that's completely new, and what it is that's marvelous in something that I've done a million times. So that's why I wanted to present them together in the same show. And now, I give you Electra's Lyre. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Colosseum. Put your hands together in a minute for the Princess Agamemnon and Queen Clytemnestra, sister to Orestes, Chrysothemis, and the famous Iphigenia, opening tonight for Gods and Goddesses, Inc. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Princess Electra! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You know, I would like to thank you personally, your town, but when you're 3,000 years old, your mind kind of starts going. So, anyway, no, seriously, folks, I wanted to say, you know, if you think your family is bad, I'd like to tell you about mine. I would like to tell you about mine, but I can't remember about them either. Fortunately, you people in this day and age have a resource that we, with our clay tablets, never had. And so I would like to give you my story. Well, my father was King Agamemnon, my mother, she was a queen. He was a big war hero, my daddy, best hunter you've ever seen. Well, my daddy, he likes to prove his strength, so what did my daddy do? He took his bow to the sacred grove of the goddess of the hunt, Diana. He kills one of the stags, and then he brags, ooh, that makes Diana mad. So she decides to get back at my dad. Hello, yeah. So she waits till my daddy's about to sail with a fleet of ships to the Trojan War, and boom, Diana stops the wind so the ships can't sail no more. You killed my stag, she said. I'm gonna take the wind right out of your sail. Ooh, oh, right out of your sail. Well, she stopped the wind just like that. Then she says, you can't have it back till you give me a sacrifice, a stag for a girl. That's my price. Oh, you can have your wind, you can sail your sea if you give your firstborn daughter to me. Oh, but hey, it's a myth. Baby, it's just a myth. You can't read my life like an open hieroglyph. You know, was I the daughter that the goddess named? Was I the lovely daughter that the fates proclaimed? Was I Electra? Was I the beloved daughter of my father's breast? The apple of my mother's eye? The daughter that they love the best? No. That would be my big sister, Iphigenia. We call her Iphig for short. But it's a myth. Baby, I'm just a myth. I said you can't read my life like an open hieroglyph. You can make it a joke, you can make it profound, you can turn it inside out or upside down, but every time you tell my story's telling you. It's telling you. So Daddy said, Iphig, come down to the sea. There's a handsome sailor, use your husband to be. Iphig falls for this ridiculous device, and she becomes the goddess of sacrifice. The wind picks up, Daddy sails the sea. Bye-bye, Daddy. She kills my dad. So he's dead too. But hey, it's a myth. It's a myth. You can read my life, like I said, like an open hieroglyph. Oh, it's been told 1,000,000 times or more, but that's what being a myth is for. So that's a scoop, Mom, off my dad, who off the only big sister I ever had, who was always so much better than me, but now we're just gonna have to let that be, 'cause I can't compete with a girl who's dead. She'll always be one step ahead, and I'm so mad that I say I would like to just blow my mother away, and so my little brother, what does he do? He kills my mother. Dude. It was just an expression. Have you never heard of hyperbole? But hey, it's a myth. Oh, baby, it's a myth. You can read my life like an open hieroglyph. You can make it a joke. You can make it profound. You can turn it inside out or upside down. You can tell everybody, everyone in town. But every time you tell my story's telling you. Well, that's my family. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That is my family. May they rest in peace. Apparently not. Not once the Ease brothers came along. I'm talking about Sophocles and Euripides. These guys told my story so many times, and every time they told it, it was completely different. And the thing that changed the most of all, was my mom. Well, Euripides said, well, Euripides said, well, Euripides, well, Euripides said that Mama couldn't wait for Daddy to come home. She was so filled with hate, she took a lover and she took a knife, and that cold-blooded, bloodthirsty woman, she took my daddy's life, 'cause she was a bad, bad woman. Mama waited 10 years, the cries of effigy were ringing in her ears. Then with the love of a mother and a mother's might, she revenged her darling daughter in the dead of the night. Because she was a good woman. Just to keep me in the gutter, and Euripides said, Mama had me wed to a nice old guy, never bothered my bed. She was a good, she was a bad, she was a good, she was a bad, she was a good, bad, she was my mother. mother, angel mother, good mother, bad mother, sour mother, sweet mother, very good mother, bad mother, sweet mother, sour mother, dead mother, evil stepmother. One is out to get you, full of jealousy and spite. The other will protect with mother's love and mother's might. If a woman can't be whole, well, at least she can have a role, and it better be black or white. Stick her in a hole. Good mother, bad mother, just play your role. Just play your role. You gotta play your role. You gotta play your role. Good mother, play your role. And she's lost in the lost in the story of her own desire. No matter what I do or say, they always take my mom away. And then they say that she is old. Good mother, bad mother, sweet mother, sour mother, dead mother, fairy mother, angel mother. Good mother, bad mother, sweet mother, sour mother, devil mother, angel mother, evil stepmother. Good mother, bad mother, dead mother, fairy mother, very good mother, evil stepmother, very good mother, evil stepmother, very good mother, evil step, very evil step, very. Oh. Here, my dear, would you like a nice red apple? I will protect you with a spell. I don't think so. Mirror, mirror, on the wall. I'll make sure I'm not here. I'll make sure you get to the ball. Why don't we just take the children out to the forest? You always had the power to get home again. But you are lost in the mire. You're lost in the story of my desire. Your youth is gone. It died in revenge. When will you ever get to be a child again? Good mother, bad mother. Good mother, bad mother. Good mother, bad mother. Good mother, bad mother. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Good, bad. Good mother, bad mother. Gotta make a choice. Gotta talk about the woman. Gotta talk about the woman. Gotta talk about the woman. Gotta take away her voice. 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 Her voice. Her Sigmund Freud develops his Oedipal complex. The man wants to kill his father and marry to his mother. Why? Well, it's very complicated. In fact, it is complex. Exactly. But let me introduce you to my colleague. Well, he's really my student. He's not as good as me, but he's okay. His name is Carl Gustav Jung. Hello, I'm Carl Gustav Jung. Hello, Sigmund Freud. Well, I know that you have a son. His name is Oedipus Rex. Well, I have a daughter. She is Electra complex. I'm a complex. I'm a complex. I'm just a complex. I'm a complex. I'm a complex girl. Living in a complex world. My mind is like a cryptogram. You analyze ad nauseam, but you're the only one who can tell me who I really am. And I'm a complex, so complicated I can't decipher myself. I'm a complex, sitting on the complex shelf. I'm so discombobulated, my mind is in a whirl, 'cause I'm a complex girl. Oh, Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud, they were simply overjoyed, mucking around inside my mind. Tell me, boys, what did you find? It was very interesting. We found I'm complex. You're so complicated, you'll never decipher yourself. You are a complex. So we put you up on the complex shelf. You're so discombobulated. Your mind is an oval. You're just a complex girl. You know, as a human girl, you don't exist. You're just you are Oedipus Rex, but mit ein Twist. The only thing you really think about is sex. Well, no wonder I'm so complex. I'm a complex girl. I'm a complex girl. I'm a complex girl. I'm so discombobulated, my mind is in a whirl, 'cause I'm a complex girl. But would you explain it to me again? I'm a complex girl. Could you say it in terms I might understand? I'm a complex. I'm a complex. Okay, we explained to you in terms that you can understand. You wish you had a penis, you don't, it makes you sad. So you want to kill your mother and marry to your dad. Your mother, she's a fairy tale. Your father, he's a schwanz. The only thing you care about is what your mother wants. You want the thing your father has. Your mother says it's bad, so you'll always hate your mother, because you'll never be your dad. And I am lost in the mire. Lost in the story of my own desire. No matter what I do or say, they always take my story away. Questions? Did it make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I would like to thank Mary Ann Grenier and my theater group, the New Opera and Musical Theater Initiative, for encouraging me and to try things like this. And thank you for, even though you didn't know it was going to happen, being willing to be part of it. So I would like to play just a little bit more in this first half. And then we'll take the ladies away. Oh, we'll leave them there. They're so cool. One thing I had forgotten to tell you before that was that this piece is so new. I was still writing it this morning. And so my cheat sheet was here on the stand. I feel like doing something completely different. And you know what I don't have up here is my, all right, I don't have my clock, which I usually have up here so that I don't play for hours and hours and hours when you guys are thinking, when do we get to go to the bathroom? So just out of curiosity, what time is it? 10 to 9. 10 to 9, okay. I'm gonna play you, it's very early. Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Okay, could we just have a little more light on the stage? It seems just like a little bit, you know, thank you. That's great. Oh, that's my stuff. Yes, I would. Okay, I would like to sing you since it is Mother's Day Eve, I'd like to kind of give you a sense of where I came from, mother-wise, and that I think will kind of put this piece that I just did into a little bit of perspective for you. And I would also like to tell you, since I know we will be having an intermission at some point, that I think you probably all know how to intermit, but just in case you don't, there are lovely toilets back there, and there's also a cash bar over here, is that correct? And what do you have for drinking over there? Okay, what he said. All right. And over on this side, in the back, there are CDs and DVDs. Now, they are my CDs and DVDs. but they could be your CDs and DVDs. And of course, there's nothing from Electra's Lyre on them because that didn't exist until this morning. But one of the things that is back there is a piece, how many of you still need Mother's Day presents? Because I'm going to tell you, there's two things that I think are really wonderful. One is there's a DVD that I got to do with the symphony orchestra of, in fact, this was an incredible experience. This was like, talk about Grimm's fairy tales. Not Grimm, these are a good fairy tale. Well, those are good too, but anyway, I was playing, for many years I wanted to play with an orchestra. I had this vision of me in front of a big symphony orchestra. And so I started writing orchestral music, and then, orchestras actually did start asking me to play with them. So I started playing with orchestras, including the Boston Pops. Did anyone here see me play with the Boston Pops? I was amazing. No. But then I went on to do this more, and I was playing with a symphony out in the Midwest, and this man walked up to me after the show, and he said, "What I saw on that stage, I want the world to see." And I thought, oh, that's really nice. That's really sweet. And then somebody came up to me and said, "Oh, you really should go talk to him because, he's a millionaire." And he was a really nice guy, and he was totally serious. He wanted the world to see this. And so I gave him a proposal to make a DVD with his symphony orchestra there in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which was this amazing symphony orchestra with this amazing conductor. He funded this project. And as we wrote the proposal for the project, I was like, okay, this is an artistic project. I want it to be really, really present who I am as an artist. But it would be really cool as icing on the cake goals if we could get get it on PBS. That would be so cool. But of course, it would never happen. And then I thought, might as well, when you're thinking of goals, and I was like, and how about if we could get a Grammy nomination? It'd be really cool. So we wrote them in the, these are icing on the cake goals. Well, we finished the thing, it got on PBS, and we got a Grammy nomination. It was really, really, really cool. So, there's the DVDs are back there and the CDs, and the DVD is one of the greatest projects I've ever done. And the only reason that I say it's one of the greatest projects is that one of the other greatest projects that I've ever done is back there. It's a recording called Budapest, which I made in Budapest. Before it was open, actually. Well, I mean, it was open to the people who were there, but open to people in the West. And it's one of the most beautiful albums that I ever made, and it was never released. And we just found a package of them in the basement the other day. And so we have them here. They're much more expensive than the other CDs, but it's really the most beautiful CD that I've made. So those are what I think are two great, but there's a third thing. Many of you do not know that not only do I play electric harp, I am the curator and founder of the Burnt Food Museum. And these two things actually go together. And we brought Beatrice, my lovely assistant, brought some Burnt Food Museum aprons tonight, just as Mother's Day presents. So that's all I have to say to you. Now, okay, so I think you know everything about intermission. B, is there anything more they need to know about intermission? Excellent, okay, good. All right, so, intermission speech. That's my hardest thing of everything. So my mother, she was big. I swear, she was that big. I just got to show you something. This is my favorite part of these guys. I shouldn't do that. There's balloons under there. And they're red balloons. Anyway, so my mother, she was a singer. So here is a song that she sang when I was a kid. This, I think, will explain everything about the thing that I did before. This is an old English country song. Am I on? There was a youth, a cruel youth, who lived beside the sea. 6 little maidens he drowned there by a lonely willow tree. As he walked forth with Sally Brown, as he walked down by the sea, an evil thought did come to him by that lonely willow tree. Oh, it's a very cheery little song. He said, turn your back to the water's way, verse that fascinated me the most. It didn't bother her that he was going to throw her off the cliff. It bothered her that he was going to see her without her clothes on. And then as I grew up, I realized that many people would rather be naked. No, would rather be dead than to be seen naked. So he turned around, that false young man, round about turned he, and seizing him boldly in both of her arms, she tossed him into the sea. Lie there, you false young man, lie there instead of me. 6 little maidens you've drowned in here, now keep them company. My mother also wrote songs. She also wrote this other song. I love this. She would sing this song. This is a lullaby almost. It went, there is a man in the moon, but he is only a lunar fancy. He isn't my type, because I know that I like the real ones. He has the stars for his friends, but there his company ends, and he is left in the sky just to wait till the night passes by. He won't complain, the wind and rain don't bother him at all. He's there to stay, he can't go away. He greets me each evening from winter to fall. He knows that his place is above me, so if I am wanting a man to love me, I mustn't fall for the man in the moon, 'cause he'll never fall for me. He won't complain, the wind and rain don't bother him at all. He's there to stay, he can't go away. He greets me each evening from winter to fall. He knows that his place is above me, so if I am wanting a man to love me, I mustn't fall for the man in the moon, 'cause he'll never fall for me. He'll never, never fall for me. My mother was an obsessive singer. She sang all the time. She sang, you know, a lot of people sing in grocery stores to the music, but she also sang in restaurants to the music, very loud. And I think it wasn't just because she loved to sing, but because she was waiting to be discovered. Like Marilyn Monroe at Shafts. Was that Marilyn Monroe? And she was discovered. I discovered her. And I put her on a stage in my mind. I was the impresario They put her in front of a roaring crowd of me. And every morning, she would come in to wake me up, and she would whack my pillow, and the dust motes would go flying in the air. And she said, "They're magic stars, you can catch them." And I did try to catch them. And when she'd sing to me in the morning, it was like she was my lark. And every night, she would sing me a lullaby. And then she was